Hi, my name is Hunter Cheney. I'm one of the directors here at the American Heritage Museum. And this weekend, this is our World War II tank demonstration weekend. You know, we have a saying is that if you read about history, you might remember it, but to experience something from history, you tend not to forget. Seeing these tanks out operating here gives a real personality to these machines. So we have the World War II era medium, light, and heavy tanks from World War II. The M5 Stuart, M24 Chaffee, M4 Sherman, M36 Jackson, and M26 Pershing. All of these tanks are out operating on our tank movement area. It gives a really unique opportunity for people to see these tanks in action, actually driving around. And also, what's really neat and the true living history experience is people through today and tomorrow will actually be able to ride and drive in these tanks. The part that I look forward to the most, of course, is we have a couple World War II veterans here today, and they talk a little bit about what they were doing at all the ages of 18 and 19 years old as they're fighting their way through Europe in World War II. That sort of interaction with history becomes indelible. And what we hope is that through these experiences, through these interactions in World War II history, that not only are people excited or engaged in this history, but we want to add some motivation to have people want to learn more about World War II history. World War II, of course, is the worst conflict since we've been on this small little blue marble of ours. And it really wasn't that long ago. There are many things that had transpired in World War II that we really must remember if the human race is to actually survive into the future. A lot of things that happened that time, of course, with the rise of Nazi Germany, the imperialism from Japan, all of these things we should internalize and use so we can be better educated, better fortified to make wiser decisions that affect our future. So we hope that everyone has a chance to come visit with the museum, and there's programs like this that happen pretty much every month from May all the way up into October.
Okay, we have a 1944 M36 Jackson tank destroyer. The difference between a tank destroyer and a tank is the tank's got an enclosed top with hatches. The tank destroyer has an open top. So the 5 guys that man this vehicle are pretty much exposed to the elements. The only ones who could actually button up and be protected are the driver and the co-driver. This has got the it has the 90 millimeter anti-tank gun on it. It was meant to counter the Tiger 1 and Tiger 2. So it has a 5-speed standard transmission in it. In other words, it has 5 gears that you have to shift. It has about a 150-mile range. It has 4 gas tanks, 2 50-gallon tanks, 2 25-gallon tanks. And that equates to around 1 mile to the gallon or even a little less. So it's powered by the Ford GAA engine. This is built by Ford. It's powered by Ford. It's got the GAA engine. It's 1100 cc's, aluminum block engine, generating about 450 horsepower. Probably top speed is around 24 to 25 miles an hour. This is a M4A3 Sherman powered by the Ford GAA engine in it. It also has the same engine as the Jackson and the same power as the other M4A3 over there. 1100 cc engine, 450 horsepower. And this one is considered a tank, whereas this is a tank destroyer. These tanks were not meant to actually go nose to nose, head to head against a German tank. It was meant to attack from the sides and from the rear. This one was meant to go against the Germans nose to nose. However, it's got the 90 millimeter cannon on it, where this one has a 75 millimeter low velocity cannon.
So that's meant to go nose to nose because the thing is longer?
Yeah, well, it can also shoot at a longer distance too.
Right.
It's a 90 millimeter. You see the size of the tube compared to the size of the tube on this one. This is the star of our show. This is the M4A3 Sherman tank. This is Liberty. Liberty was used in 2 movies. It was used in the movie Tank with James Garner. It was also used in the Blues Brothers movie. It was one of the tanks chasing them up the boulevard at the end of the movie. This has also got the Ford GAA engine in it, 1100cc, 450 horsepower. She's capable of doing 24 miles an hour downhill with the wind behind her. She has a 5-man crew, 75 millimeter gun. Again, compared to the 90 millimeter, the 90 millimeters reach out and touch someone from a long distance. This low velocity gun could hardly do any damage. They had to have a really good hit on a Tiger tank. However, if they attacked the Tiger tank from the sides or from the rear, they could take them.
So what's that thing best at?
It's best as troop protection. You never get faster than your troops that are around you. So if you drive too fast and you lose your troops, you're very vulnerable. The Nasty Girl was the light reconnaissance tank early in the war, and then was later replaced by the Chaffee, the M24.